Cool, 4 players. That's what we like. Okay, I'm going third. Third's a kind of okay place to be. I'm gonna put up this 5 and strongly consider going for like 3 species. But there's also just the possibility that maybe I make the pack hunting carnivore. I usually don't make pack hunting carnivores turn 1, but we'll see what things are looking like. But I definitely think I'd prefer this right now. We'll definitely see what everyone else plays before we see if I think it's a good idea. Seems like a bad idea. This is a pretty classic carnivore fat tissue play. Against a 1 population carnivore, Horns is great. If I lose it, I get a card back. Is great. So I'm really happy to just go with this. And hope that I'm the one that can be attacked. It's not actually a carnivore. Also, there's 17 food. Which feels about right. I did put in a 5, but that scared me off from actually making species. Okay, so I've got this. Definitely happy to try and use it for a few turns, so I'm going to put in something even bigger. Looks like maybe it's a warning call. Yeah, if I made something that could realistically be a carnivore, I think that Jelly Supreme would probably defend well, and I'd be like, well, that's not good and I can't attack. This is all very attackable, I understand that. I just don't think in second place I'm willing to push that any further. That might be a carnivore. Weird place if it is. But also, it's nice, it just like kills both of these, which is good stuff. Okay, it could be that. I don't understand why it has body size. Okay, that's good. So I know I've got 1 player out here using a warning call. I've got this ambush to go with this pack hunting. That's pretty solid. I've still got this going for me, so I'm going to throw in this 4. I am actually going to put the warning call up on the horns. It is extinctable, but it does take some work. And then definitely looking at something that I can maybe make a big strong carnivore next turn. I've got the pack hunting, I've got the ambush, I've got the fat tissue, and even if I really wanted the intelligence, so I've got a lot of options. I just need to draw a carnivore and have some cards to work with. So yeah, this long neck just helps to ensure that this fertile can keep growing, which is exactly what I want from it. This guy has multiple long neck burrowers, so I should strongly consider just making a little intelligent carnivore and extincting both of them. But especially the one at this end that he can chain some cooperations off of. Okay, this is good. I've got multiple ambushes now. I have got the carnivore. I've got pretty much any card I could really want, even a cooperation here that I can sit with this to make this get even more fed. And I can start attacking things. So I've got an extra intelligence now, so I'm going to put this one in. Yeah, we're pretty much definitely going to put that there. That is not the pack hunting. Could be good, but I think I'd still prefer the pack hunting. Putting up this burrowing here could be a good plan. Okay, ambush. I know I've got some good stuff to do over here. Save the intelligence for a little bit later. I would mainly want to eat jelly if he's left this open for me. If not, I've got this established and I've got one more turn to make it actually able to eat him. I've saved the intelligence, so I can just rain on his parade in the final turn if he's expecting these to still be species that are going to score for him. That'll definitely be fine. I'm big enough to attack this and this, so I can really easily fill my 5. Just, can I attack this is the big question. No, he's set up the symbiosis chain, so the intelligence is going to be really good for wearing that down. Just have to end up finding out if I need to save the pack hunting or the ambush. And sorry Nika, I'm going to be killing you a lot. Just because that's what's attackable. So this body size kind of makes sense in the context of the symbiosis chain. Actually finally go low here. This was the turn where I should have definitely thought about it. There was a lot left over that I was probably not paying quite enough attention to. Okay, it is the turn where I finally went low. That's good. So I definitely want Nika to fill things up before I start eating them, because there's definitely too much food here. There's no scavengers, so I can just do as much damage as possible, but I like still having things to eat, so I'm probably just going to leave them all at one population. These ones are also kind of okay at, you know, removing food from the watering hole to stop this guy getting it. Which is definitely something that I want to happen. So yeah, these all have eating traits, or traits that don't really stop me attacking them, so leaving them alive is great. That's fantastic, that's a scavenger. I don't really want to put it on this while I can still make use of the fertile, but I might have to. Although right now, yeah, I kind of need to keep this, so I'm strongly considering just going with, like, this. Save the ambush so I can switch it back out if I have to. Like, I don't think Nika can predict that I'm going to be removing the ambush. Which makes this play really hard, and then I remove the ambush, and they're just like, Well, that's annoying, because they have to then try to defend everything. Making sure this is still a good attack for me if it's not defended by an extra defense is great, so 7 v 6. See how much more it gets poked up. I'm probably willing to go this far if I have to. But as it is, that's pretty good. 7 v 6 is fine, it's a good backup. I've got the intelligence if I need to overcome one other thing, but I get to start knocking this down. This is maybe a warning call, we'll see. It's not. Really happy. Get to eat this, then eat this once. Once is good. Eating something that's got a 3 body size symbiosis, getting the symbiosis off the table, I'm happy. Slightly annoyed that he's got a symbiosis scavenger up for it, but... So yeah, not touching Nika at all this time. Which is good because I'm really happy about how much food is being taken. I'm definitely going to just take with this while I can. Seems pointless not to. So yeah, once I eat this, he needs to put in a lot of cards to get this defended by the symbiosis again. Yeah, as much as I can fill up for free over here, it's not worth it. So I unfortunately won't be able to starve this by eating this first anyway, because it was going to be fine. I don't really need this hard shell, it's a bit ridiculous. Unfortunately means that this fertile is going to keep triggering. So definitely want to go low. We'll think about maybe putting up an ambush somewhere. Like instead of this, just attack that again, but I think I'd like Jelly Supreme to still be afraid of me. I unfortunately can't really get much out of those. Having 4 intelligence attacks seems slightly overkill. I didn't attack here because this guy is winning. Always a good idea to attack someone who is winning. I think I'm going to be okay at 3 cards, even though more population would be nice and everything. I think this is probably my best bet. Just put one in there. Just makes it a tiny bit harder to force me to use a card on a hard shell. Like, for example, if he were to replace this Symbiosis with a hard shell, he still needs to add body size to stop me now. And 3 cards is pretty good. We'll attack what we can, whatever's going to make the most sense for the 3 cards. Could be Warning Call. The ambush would have been nice, but I don't think it was worth changing back. Oh, that was the other reason for not attacking the Warning Call. I had an ambush in my hand, and I'm playing after Nika. If I really had to, I could have put the ambush onto this Carnivore. You know, don't extinct a trait that you've got the counter to just waiting there. So part of this is going to be making sure I fill up, seeing if I can reduce the amount that he's going to get by maybe sticking straight at this species. This could actually be an ambush carnivore. It'd be a pretty good ambush carnivore as well, I think. I think it makes a lot of sense to use an ambush carnivore on me. It's not. It's just a climbing cooperation. This doesn't need scavenger. It's already getting enough from scavenging. So I need to eat with this, then with this as many times as I can, which may be not very many times. Samantha hasn't kept any cards for this intelligence. Seems like a poor move. I'm really happy that Nika's taking all the food, because again, it's this guy who I have to stop. So I've got enough to eat this 3 times. Some of those times it probably won't get to scavenge onto this, which will make this one lose some population as well, which I will be pretty happy about. So he's going to get his 3 straight up eating there. This person takes 2, Nika also takes 2, which means I'm going to lose a population on this. Where am I? Okay, so I've still got this free eat over here for 2. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, I then eat fully. He unfortunately fully feeds each time. So, but I still need to take 2 off of this to stop him not feeding more after that, which is going to stop this getting its last 2. So that seems pretty good. Oh shit, I need to use 2 cards for that. I missed that. That's not great. So things that I only need to use 1 card to attack that are still his are this. Ah shit. We'll just attack that because I can't work out what I have to do here. This is double defended as well. It's got the symbiosis. Okay, it looks like I'm going to be hitting this at some point then. So, can I actually eat 3 times here? Doesn't really look like it, does it? This only takes 1 card each time. So I get to eat this again. Which means that was so I would fill up, even though it's still giving him a lot of food. And then I'll attack this one. Yeah, bye Pether. Pether? I don't know, it's kind of weird. P-E-T-H-E-R. Anyway. Don't know whether I'm meant to be saying it like hard or soft on the start. I think I still did fine. But yeah, dealing with all those multiple defenses, that got a bit weird. Don't know if it was enough. It was, just. Intelligent Pack Hunting Carnivore, definitely seen that one before. The game just isn't very good at saving the fact that we've seen them, so you just get to keep seeing them.